A Scottsbluff man convicted of sexually assaulting a woman last May is sentenced this morning in Scottsbluff County District Court. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a 50-year-old Scottsbluff man has been sentenced to 12 to 25 years in prison for sexually assaulting a woman during a May 2018 incident. Richard Requejo was sentenced on the forcible first-degree sexual assault charge, and with his enhancement charge of being a habitual criminal, he will have to serve at least 11 years in prison. Deputy County Attorney Danielle Larson asked that Requejo receive the maximum sentence of 50 years, noting that in each category of his pre-sentence investigation, Requejo scored either high risk or extreme risk, and the likelihood to reoffend was highly probable. Defense attorney Bernie Strecker noted that Requejo has maintained his innocence and said this was, quote, an unfortunate situation that happened. With Requejo's prior convictions of second-degree assault and strangulation, this third conviction led to the habitual criminal enhancement, which requires a mandatory minimum of 10 years in prison. If he doesn't lose any good time while incarcerated, he would be eligible for parole in 2029. Well, today's statewide tornado drill serves as a reminder for people across the region to prepare ahead of severe weather. As part of Severe Weather Awareness Week, a mock tornado warning was issued as emergency management officials make their own preparations for the upcoming season. Region 22 Emergency Management Director Tim Newman told KNB News that the only warning siren that he was aware of that did not work was the one located near the information caboose at 27th Street and Highway 26. Newman did say that the Scottsbluff City Council on Monday evening will consider moving the siren in the Westmore area to a more effective location for that neighborhood.
I've got a license agreement with the Scottsbluff City Schools that we're going to move the siren that's currently in an alley in Westmore, and we're going to move it to the Westmore School, that big open field park that they have. We're going to put it up there where it has a little bit more room to get the sound out before trees and houses kind of muffle it.
Newman said there may be a few places where coverage overlaps and the sirens might be difficult to hear, even when outside. But he did say that the weather alert radios did activate, and he reminds people to remain vigilant whenever there's a potential for severe weather. Well, coming up after the break, you couldn't dial up better weather today, but that's all about to change within the next 24 hours or so. Bill Boyer's got your midweek forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
It's a place unlike anything I've ever seen, where the whole focus is kids. From the community to the administration to the teachers to the coaches, everybody is doing everything they can for your kid. Kids get to play multiple sports, multiple activities. It develops a sense of responsibility, and time management is really helping to prepare them for life down the road. You know, what I would say to somebody that's considering moral is you're a person here that's really, really cared about and loved.
The crispy and Cajun fish sandwiches are so simple that everything from the wild-caught Alaskan pollock to the crispy lettuce has to be perfect. Twice.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Take a look here across the region. We're going to see temps tonight fall into the 50s, then down into the 40s. A lot of clouds around through the overnight hours across the area, and we're going to stay pretty cloudy tomorrow as well. Let's take a look at our almanac. Yesterday's high at 72, our low down to 31, normal highs 55 and 27. We missed a record high by just 13 degrees yesterday. Back at it again today, another very nice day out there. Let's take a look here at precip. Still nothing yesterday, but well above normal. 3 times normal for this time of year out there, and almost double normal for the year. So we've got a few things to talk about. It's Severe Weather Awareness Week here in Nebraska, and one of the things that we want to talk about today is tornadoes. And you know the safest place to be in a tornado is inside a sturdy structure in a basement or a small interior room. But you're going to hear some terms when it comes to tornado time that we want to let you know about. 3 different terms that you need to know about. First of all, a watch. A tornado watch simply means be prepared. Conditions are favorable for the development of tornadoes. Now, a tornado warning means it's time to take action. A tornado has been spotted or indicated by radar, and a tornado emergency means severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage. Tornado emergencies are very rare. They're issued for the strongest tornadoes when they're expected to hit a population area. So we don't see a lot of tornado emergencies. We see more tornado warnings certainly than we see tornado emergencies, and we definitely see more tornado watches. So a watch, if you remember, means it's favorable. This area, there's conditions that are favorable for a tornado, but when we get in here where this tornado is, that's when you get the tornado warning or the tornado emergency. And certainly if you're in that home, stay inside that home, stay away from windows. A lot of people ask us too, hey, how do you really come up with your forecast? What do you do to get your forecast? Well, here's your answer. We shake the magic 8 ball. So tomorrow, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies around 9 in the morning. We'll be around 50 by 1 in the afternoon, and then 50 or so by 6 o'clock, start to see some showers out there. Die kid, it's all in fun, isn't it? How about temperatures in the 60s to low 70s across the area right now in the region? Here in our area, we have 60s all across the panhandle of Nebraska, southeastern Wyoming. Gordon at 59, the only exception to that. Winds have been out of the east at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Let's take a look at these these flood warnings and aerial flood advisories that we still have out through the nighttime tonight. Flood advisories for Box Butte and Sioux County. Dawes County remains under that flood warning through the nighttime hours tonight, and those will probably be extended as well. Clouds out in the morning. Mostly cloudy skies on the way to work. It'll be about 38, cloudy on the way home, and 51 degrees. So going to be an overcast sort of day. Showers should hold off till tomorrow evening. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Then tonight we're going to have a deck of clouds move in here to the region. That's going to keep skies mostly cloudy for a period of time. Lows are going to stay up because of those clouds as well in the upper 30s here across most of the region. Tomorrow then we start the day off with some clouds. Maybe a brief bit of clearing before we start to push in some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. It looks like by 5, 6 o'clock we'll start to see some rain showers get developed and move across the region. They'll be hit or miss showers and thunderstorms here tomorrow evening. You can see even in the early morning hours on Friday a few isolated showers moving across the area. Notice though, even by sunrise Friday, everything's still in the form of rain. We talked yesterday about some accumulating snow. Temps might be too warm for us to see much of that. We'll talk about our winter scenario here in a minute. 59 in Cheyenne, only 48 though in Laramie tomorrow. Kimball at 59, 51 in Mullen. Precip over the next day or so through noon Friday. We're going to see light amounts of precip here primarily. So this is tomorrow night through Friday morning. A 1/4 inch of rain in a few locations. Maybe up to a 1/2 inch. Most of us, though, probably going to be under a 1/4 inch of rain. And certainly the snowfall potential is going to be on the low side and confined mainly to our north and west, up in South Dakota and over in portions of the mountains in Wyoming. We are going to be looking at an issue here with snowfall in our region. We do think the rain will turn to snow tomorrow, maybe later on in the evening rather than in the morning. Roads are probably going to be too warm for a lot of snow. Accumulations on grass once the sun goes down tomorrow night, or make that Friday night, we could see a little bit of snowfall Friday night accumulate on the roadways, but it's going to take periods of heavy snow to do that. And if we don't get much in the way of heavy snow, we'll primarily keep this one in the form of rain. And I know not many of you are going to complain about that. 37 tonight, partly cloudy skies tomorrow. It looks like we'll be mostly cloudy. Rain and thunder by evening. We'll stay dry, I think, for the daylight hours tomorrow, and our 7-day forecast brings us rain and thunderstorms turning to snow late Friday. Highs in the 40s. We'll be in the low 40s on Saturday, clear things out a bit. Sunday, Monday, we start to warm up a bit into the 50s. Tuesday, we're near 60 degrees, and then some late day showers that'll linger on into Wednesday of next week.
The crispy and Cajun fish sandwiches are so simple that everything from the wild-caught Alaskan pollock to the crispy lettuce has to be perfect. Twice.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Care Heilbrunn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbrunn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to VIAERO today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. VIAERO Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Welcome back. A 30-year-old Gering man who led authorities on a foot chase through a Scottsbluff neighborhood back in November has pleaded no contest to the 3 charges he was facing in Scottsbluff County Court. Russie Dobrinsky ran from deputies trying to serve an arrest warrant for criminal trespass. During the chase, he threw a box that contained 12 grams of methamphetamine, a digital scale, and plastic baggies. On Monday, he pleaded no contest to obstruction, use of money to violate drug laws, and possession of an exceptionally hazardous drug, which was amended from possession of methamphetamine between 10 and 27 grams. He faces 1 to 50 years in prison when he's sentenced on May 7th. Well, 90s country music star Tracy Byrd will be performing at the Midwest Theater later this year as part of a special tour of the U.S. to mark the 25th anniversary of his first #1 hit. Byrd won Song of the Year honors from the Academy of Country Music back in 1996, has had 10 studio albums, and released 34 singles in his career. Midwest Theater Executive Director Billy Estes says the concert has been a long time in the making. Tickets went on sale today for members of the theater, and tickets for the general public will be available next Wednesday. And authorities say a prison department staff member in Lincoln suffered a fractured jaw during an attack by an inmate. The assault took place Monday night at the Nebraska Correctional Services Department's Diagnostic and Evaluation Center in Lincoln. The inmate punched the staffer several times in the torso and head before other staff members could restrain the inmate. The injured staff member's injury was diagnosed on Tuesday. No names have been released, and the incident is being investigated. Well, straight ahead, we'll head back to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
It pays to be the early bird at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming during our Early Bird Triple Savings Sale. Right now, you'll save 20% on any window and patio door. Plus, don't pay anything until 2020. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2020. Plus, receive a free glass upgrade with the purchase of 3 or more superior quality Renewal by Anderson windows or patio doors. Call 307-472-2199 to book your free in-home estimate today and take advantage of our Early Bird Triple Savings Sale.
Welcome back. For this week's featured pet of the week, we shine the spotlight once again on Leonard. He's a great cat that has been at the Panhandle Humane Society for far too long.
This is Leonard. He's a 4-year-old domestic medium to long hair length. He's an interesting fellow. He came in off the streets in really bad shape. He was really matted. He had an abscess, lots of burrs underneath his hair that were poking his poor skin. So we sent him and got him neutered and got him all shaved up. So he looks like a little lamb right now. But he has a ferocious demeanor. He's a really friendly cat. He does pretty good with other cats. He does not like dogs. And he would not be a cat I would recommend for a household with younger children, just because he can be a little mouthy as far as biting, not aggressively, just love bites and scratching. But he is $50 to adopt. He is neutered, up to date on all vaccinations, including the rabies. He will receive a microchip before he leaves and a sample bag of food. So he's an excellent cat for anybody who basically wants a miniature lion for their home. Leonard is the perfect fit for that.
To meet Leonard or any of the cats and dogs they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society Monday through Saturday during normal business hours. Straight ahead, we'll take a peek what's happening around the region on the community calendar.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Shopping local is great for building our community. At TC & More, they offer the newest trends and latest fashions. They have new items arriving daily. Enjoy complimentary coffee as they show you these new arrivals. New home decor, clothing, flags, jewelry, willow tree figurines. Don't forget their wide variety of teaching supplies, large selection of games, as well as homemade lotions and soaps. Thank you for thinking of TC & More for those special items. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, in beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
And finally tonight, officials with the City of Alliance are excited about the new airline service that will begin offering flights to and from Denver starting in June. Denver Air Connection will be replacing Boutique Airlines as the City of Alliance's essential air service provider. City Manager Rick Kukon says a committee interviewed both airlines, and there were certainly pros and cons to choosing each airline, but overall they felt that Denver Air offered a superior service.
And I think that the decision was a wise one. I was part of that committee, and I think that it was very carefully thought out, and the rates aren't going to change. There's going to be some advantages with luggage, which seems like it's maybe kind of a simple thing, but to be able to take your skis and your suitcases and things and have space in the plane to do that was a factor.
Boutique will still have a presence in the Panhandle, as the Chadron Airport opted to keep them as their essential air service provider. So between Chadron Alliance and Scottsbluff, Panhandle residents have 3 airlines to choose from to get to and from Denver. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.